Across YouTube and TikTok, millions of viewers are becoming obsessed with a genre known as analog horror. From the Mandela Catalogue to Local 58 and the Backrooms, these videos generate tens of millions of views using static noise, grainy video, and eerie emergency broadcasts. However, beneath the vintage nostalgia lies a calculated psychological formula. This is the story of how creators manipulate human neurology, 90s nostalgia, and YouTube algorithm retention triggers to engineer pure digital anxiety. To understand why analog horror works so effectively, we must look at how human memory processes nostalgia. The 1980s and 90s represent a specific technological era defined by analog media. VHS tapes, CRT televisions, emergency broadcast system alerts, and public access channels were everyday fixtures of life. In human psychology, these physical formats are associated with childhood safety and comfort. Analog horror creators take these familiar, comforting visual cues and subtly corrupt them. This technique relies heavily on the psychological phenomenon known as the Uncanny Valley. When an object or face looks almost human or almost normal, but slightly wrong, the brain experiences an immediate threat response. By taking a benign 1990s weather forecast or instructional video and inserting unnerving face distortions, creators trigger immediate psychological discomfort. Your brain expects safety, but encounters an abstract threat instead. While the visuals create tension, the sound design of analog horror is where the real psychological manipulation happens. Analog horror relies on sub-bass frequencies, white noise, tape hiss, and sudden audio drops. Low-frequency hums, often between 18 and 20 Hz, trigger involuntary physical anxiety responses in humans. These low frequencies simulate the acoustic resonance of natural threats, such as earthquakes or large predators. Additionally, creators heavily utilize the emergency alert system sound effect. For decades, television networks trained audiences to associate that specific dual-tone chime with real-world catastrophic danger. When that sound plays in a video, your nervous system releases cortisol before you consciously process what you are seeing. By layering distorted robotic text-to-speech voices over quiet tape hiss, creators force the viewer to strain their hearing. This physical act of listening intently heightens emotional vulnerability and hypervigilance. Beyond psychology, analog horror is perfectly engineered to dominate the YouTube recommendation algorithm. The YouTube algorithm prioritizes two critical metrics above all else: audience retention and watch time. Traditional horror movies reveal the monster in the third act, releasing the built-up tension. Analog horror operates on the information gap theory. The narrative is presented through fragmented security logs, corrupted audio files, and missing person flyers. The viewer is given just enough clue fragments to realize something terrible is happening, but never given a complete explanation. Because the story is incomplete, viewers re-watch the video multiple times to spot hidden frames, distorted text, and subtle background details. This deliberate ambiguity inflates audience retention far beyond 100%, signaling to the algorithm that the video is intensely engaging. The psychological loop does not end when the video stops playing. Analog horror series frequently double as alternate reality games, or ARGs. Creators hide spectrogram audio messages, binary code, base 64 strings, and coordinates inside hidden video frames. This transforms passive viewers into active investigators. Massive Reddit communities and Discord servers form overnight solely to decode single frames of a video. Comment sections under analog horror videos explode with thousands of fan theories and detailed breakdowns. The YouTube algorithm interprets high comment density and re-watches as massive engagement spikes. As a result, a low-budget video made in a bedroom by a teenager gets pushed to millions of homepages worldwide. What began as simple VHS visual filters has evolved into a dominant storytelling paradigm for the digital age. It proves that modern audiences are fatigued by hyper-polished CGI monsters and predictable jump scares. True terror is psychological, rooted in what is hidden rather than what is shown. By weaponizing our nostalgia, corrupting familiar media, and exploiting algorithmic mechanics, analog horror creators created a new medium. They turned static noise and distorted voices into a multi-million-dollar digital horror revolution. The success of analog horror reveals how easily technology can manipulate human emotion and algorithmic systems. As AI generation tools make fake archival footage easier to produce, distinguishing reality from digital illusion will become even harder. If you want to explore more deep dives into digital psychology, emerging technology, and internet algorithms, subscribe to NewDataTrust right now. Click the video on your screen right now to explore how algorithms are secretly reshaping human behavior. Don't just feed the algorithm. Subscribe to NewDataTrust and take control of your feed.